If you're like me, you really enjoy some of these new big prints that are showing up in fabric stores today. This happens to be a print from a pillow that is shown in the February 2012 issue of McCall's Quilting. And this is a really fun little project because you can embellish these really big prints and make wonderful pillows and other things. What I've done is layer up my big print with some batting and just a plain fabric on the back as a lining. So I'm going to start by putting on my thimble. This is my favorite thimble. It has a metal tip in there for pushing. And I'm going to start by showing how you can do a little running stitch on the edge to highlight one part of the print. So I'm going to come up along the edge with my blue, like that. And because I'm right-handed, I need to stitch from my right to my left. I brought that up, and now I'm just going to come down along that printed edge. I can load my needle if I want, but you just want to make sure you're keeping those stitches pretty uniform in size. Like that. There. See how fast that was? And then I'm just going to continue following the pattern along the edge of the petal. Like that. Turn it a little bit. Same thing, just go up and down. Just like that. And I'm going to do that all the way around that pillow so that every one of these has that little blue outline. I would use brown along here to outline those. Now another way to embellish is to look for marks that really aren't there but that are sort of implied by the print. So in this case you can see there isn't a linear circle, there's not a line, but I'm going to use my thread to sort of invent one, to just add one where I want one. So same stitch, it's just a running stitch, and I'm just going to stitch around in a circle like that. Doesn't have to be perfect, and your stitches don't have to all be precisely the same size. You just keep going like that until I have a stitched circle. There. So that's another way. So I've got this edge stitching. Here I'm creating a circle. And then a third way to use, in this case, pearl cotton to accent something. You can see this little petal here. I'm going to actually do some stitching right down the center of the petal. Again, there's no line to follow, but that's okay. I'm just going pretty much in that direction, following the line of the petal. There we go. And pull it through like that. Sorry, this is kind of getting away from me a little bit. I'm going to do the same thing on the next one. Like this. Just bring it along and down like that. So I can just keep stitching in any way I wish in the area of the pillow to embellish as much as I want. Here's one that's already been stitched. And you can see some of the things I talked about. We've got these center little stitches in the center of the petals. Here's the circle completed. Now this is stitching right on a line in the center of the petal. Here are edge stitches in the red, another circle, pink, brown. And you can see it gives that nice sort of raised effect because of the batting inside. When you're finished stitching an area, you're going to bring your thread to the back. Take a tiny little stitch just in the lining. You don't need to go into the batting, and you certainly don't want to go through the top. You bring your needle through the loop, and that's it. You're just going to pull that one single knot snugly and snip it off. And that's how you finish your tails. You'll notice that the back of my stitched panel has threads going every which way across the back traveling. It doesn't matter. No one's ever going to see that because you've got batting and lining and the top fabric between your threads and what people will see. So it's going to be a bit of a mess, but no one's going to know but you, and it'll be beautiful on the front.